Everybody say,
Amen.
everybody say, oh,
Amen. Amen.
hallelujah now.
Amen.
Hallelujah now.
Amen.
Hallelujah now.
Amen.
Oh,
Amen. Amen.
soul is happy now.
Amen.
Soul is happy now.
Amen.
Soul is happy now.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
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 Let us pray. Our Lord and our Master, God of all creation. Lord, we're thankful once again to come and stand behind this sacred desk, to share with those that I know not of, to share with some who I'll never see, share with some that I do know. We're just thankful to have this opportunity to share a word with them that will help them, and through this word they'll be able to obtain eternal life. Lord, we're working and we're seeking that is our ultimate goal, that we receive eternal life. We come to you as humble as we know how, asking if you will now to take me out of self. Share with me the unction of your Holy Spirit. Use me in a mighty way, that I might stand here and be your representative, be your ambassador, carry the word that you have given me to the people that need to hear it, those that want to be saved, those that are seeking you in your name. This is our prayer. Amen.
Amen.
We are thankful and blessed. Good to see all of you who have come today to be with us. Amen.
Amen.
And the weather's a little different. It's kind of wet. I don't never say bad weather because God makes it all. Amen. So just a little difference, that's all. Praise His holy name. I want to share with you today from the Gospel of St. John. Get your Bibles. Look at the Gospel of St. John. Right?
Amen.
The Gospel of St. John, and we want to look at chapter 3. An old familiar passage of Scripture that we deals with all the time. Amen? John chapter 3, commencing at verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God, for no man can do these miracles that doeth, except God be with them. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I say unto thee, ye must be born again. Our thought for today, ye must be born again. Amen. Amen. Now today, as we enter into this lesson, and while we are looking at it and talking, come right in, Dick. While we are looking and talking, sometimes we don't give Nicodemus the credit he deserves. We only talk about one thing that he did, that he went to Jesus by night. Oh, he did way more than that. And if the Lord would help, I'm going to share some of that with you today. Nicodemus is our main character for today. And what I've done, I've did a whole lot of reading, and not just reading, but studying the Word to be able to share with you some things about Nicodemus. Amen?
Amen.
Now, let me say from the onset, studying the scriptures and reading the scriptures are two different things.
Yes, sir.
And I've been studying on the life and background of Nicodemus. There is a difference between reading and studying the Word.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you study the Word, you do what we call fine comb the scriptures. You rake through, like when you comb in the hair, done some other things, you rake through it. You start off with a kind of a large comb and you keep coming down until you can get that small comb going through.
All right.
Oh, talk to me if you will.
Go through the roots of it.
Amen, amen. And just until you can get all of what particles should be there, get it out. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
So we have combed through these scriptures for today. And why did we do that, Reverend? We did that because we wanted to do an analysis. Now, when we say an analysis is, we talk about a separating or breaking up of something into its parts. Yeah. Lay it out and let you see all what's there. As a man breaks down an engine and lay it all out, and you can see all the parts and what this does and what that does. Amen?
Amen.
Sometimes when that happens, you have more respect for the automobile.
All right.
Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we are trying to do here today. So when we do that so we can examine them and see how they fit together and what causes what. My. Now, Nicodemus was undoubtedly one of the more liberal Pharisees. Yeah, he was more undoubtedly one of the more liberally Pharisees. Now, what I mean about that, he was open to new thinking, open to new teachings, and open to new interpretations.
Yes.
Yeah, see, sometimes you can be too narrow-minded. Yeah. So when I say he was more liberal, I mean he had a broad mind. Some people think too narrow.
Too narrow.
He had a broad mind. He was open for new ideas. He was very tolerant. He could put up with a lot of stuff. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, notice with me, if you will, and let's look in the book of St. John, the Gospel of John, rather. Let us look at chapter 7, verses 50 and 51. Amen?
Amen.
What did I say?
Chapter 7.
Okay, just see what you there.
All right.
Chapter 7, 50 and 51. Are you there?
Amen.
Notice what it says there. Nicodemus said unto them, he that came to Jesus by night, being one of them. Does our law judge any man before it hear him and know what he does? Don't we need to hear him first before we judge and say he has done this? Huh? So you see more than him just going to Jesus by night, but you see him being what? Being a friend to Jesus, and had what? Utmost respect for him. Amen?
All right.
And if you notice, at the same time, Nicodemus made a plea for justice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And look with me, excuse me, not look at me. Look with me in the same chapter, John 12 and 42. Look over at 12 and 42. I want to show you it's more in here about Nicodemus than just went to see Jesus by night.
Yes, sir.
There was more than a reason. There's more reasons why he went to see Jesus by night. Amen?
Right.
What did I say? 12, 42, 43? Are you there?
Amen.
Okay. 12, 42, 43. Okay. I'm trying to get my scriptures right here. 12, 42, 43. Okay. We're going to start reading at 42. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers, also many believed on him. You see that? A lot of them believed on him, but they didn't want the other folks to know they did. Huh?
Sir.
But because of the Pharisees, they what? Did not confess him. They believed in it, but they didn't say nothing because they didn't want to upset the people.
That's right.
See, folk always got more respect for other people than they do have for Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I wish I had some help with you. Huh? All right, then it says, lest they should what? Be put out of the synagogue. They want to make sure they don't get put out of the synagogue. They had the same respect, but wouldn't say that because they want to hang around and be in the synagogue.
Right.
Then it says, for they love the praise of men more than the praise of God.
Yes, sir.
My. One thing we can see here that what people hadn't changed.
No, sir.
Same people then that there is now. Are you going to help me?
Yes, sir.
Praise His holy name. And I kept on looking at this particular passage of scripture and seeing some things about Nicodemus. And then we also found out that when I say he, talking about Nicodemus defended Jesus from unjust and prejudiced accusations and hoped Joseph of Arimathea in providing for him a decent burial.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's go check that out. Go over to same in John 19. Okay? I'm going to make you work today.
Right. Amen.
John 19, 38, 39. Are you there?
Amen.
This deals with the burial. And it says that after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Jesus, but secretly for the fear of the Jews. See, everybody was afraid of the Jews.
Sir.
Besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Jesus. And Pilate gave him leave. He came, therefore, and took the body of Jesus. Catch this now. And there came who? Also Nicodemus. Yeah. Which at the first came to Jesus by night and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes. About 100-pound weight. And some others says weighed about 75 pounds. In other words, they brought these things to anoint him. Getting him ready for the burial. Had respect that wanted him to be buried right.
Yes, sir.
Nicodemus was really in Jesus' corner.
Yes, sir.
But because he sit on the board.
Secret disciple. Yes, sir.
Talk to me, if you
Yes,
Because he sit on the board, he couldn't let this get out.
yes, sir.
All right.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Though he would be in trouble with the rest who sit on the board.
Yes, sir.
He sat on the Sanhedrin Council. And that was just like now sitting on the Supreme Court.
All right.
Huh?
Said it wasn't a Republican yet, you was a Democrat.
Come out of
Yes,
here.
sir.
Amen.
Praise his holy name. The Lord is good
All the time.
all the time. Now let me show you something else here about Nicodemus. Also, because of the fairness and adherence to strict rules of judicial proceedings, reminded us of another great Pharisee, Gamaliel,
Yes, sir.
who did what? Protected the right of the early disciples. Let's go to Acts
Yes, sir.
5, 34 through 39.
That's it.
Acts 5,
Yes, sir.
34 through 39.
That's it.
Y'all there?
I hear you.
You see what it says there? Then stood there up one in the council.
Counsel.
You always got somebody that has the nerve to say what ought to be said.
Yes, sir.
Amen? Then stood there one up in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, big boy,
Yes, sir.
had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space. I'm going to help them out, son.
Yes, sir.
And he said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
Yes, sir.
Listen now,
Yes, sir.
for before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody. Yeah. To whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, was what? Scattered and brought to naught. You see there? Then he goes on to say, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxation and drew away much people after him. He also perished. See, you can't go up against God.
No, sir.
He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, was what? Dispersed. Catch this now. And now I say, this is Gamaliel speaking, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. Y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
For if this counsel,
This work.
if this counsel of this work be of men, it will come to naught. Catch it now in the 39th verse. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against God. Watch out what you're doing now.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're afraid and got some insight here. Because this ain't just these men.
No, sir.
You going up against God if you do that.
Yes, sir.
So now we got a little bit more insight on Nicodemus doing more than just showing up at night.
All right.
And then he cleared himself even down. He says, I went by night because I didn't want to interrupt or be disturbed.
That's right.
So that was why he went up to see him by night. I just thought I would throw out these few things to let you know more about Nicodemus. Well, in view of the hostility of the Jewish leaders towards Jesus, despite the marked difference in worldly statures of the two men, they still respected and addressed each other by the title Rabbi or teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He called Jesus Rabbi.
Rabbi.
Jesus called him Rabbi.
Yes, sir.
But here's the thing. But their conversation led to no agreement. Well, the reason why that because Nicodemus couldn't understand what Jesus be talking about when he get into the spiritual realm. Now, long as he was talking in the physical realm,
Yes.
he could talk with it.
Yes, sir.
But when he get to talking about spiritual stuff, he didn't quite understand him.
No, sir.
Huh? And seeing what I'm trying to get you to see today, you can't get to heaven not understanding the spiritual side. You got to understand the spiritual side.
Yes, sir.
Just understand the physical ain't gonna get you there. Because all this gonna be left behind.
Yes, sir.
All right? I wish I had some help here this morning. Praise his name. Now Nicodemus didn't comprehend what Jesus was talking about. Well, now if you notice, check verse 9 out there in chapter 3. And you will see what? Nicodemus disappeared. Right?
Yes.
Check it out. You see that he disappeared. Nicodemus faded out of the picture. And when he did that, Jesus' discourse appeared to speak to a wider audience.
Mm-hmm.
What you call a stylistic device of character of this gospel that we are talking about today. Amen?
Yes, sir.
Praise his holy name. The Lord is good, and he's good all the time.
What's up?
Now, let's come back and deal here with just the scriptures itself. I was trying to give you an update on why and who Nicodemus, why he was as he was, and who he really is. All right? Now, when we start looking at the scriptures, it says, there was a man of the Pharisees, the same man I'm talking about, Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. When it says ruler, that ties him with what? With the same Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
All right? He says, the same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, I know that thou art a teacher come from God. For no man can what? Do these miracles that doth except God be with him. I can see what you're doing. I don't know nobody else could help you or do what you're doing. It got to be God
Yes, sir.
doing this through you.
Thank you. Yes.
That's why we say Jesus is what? Very God and very man.
All right.
And when we say very God and very man, he's 100% God, he's 100% man.
Yes, sir.
Amen?
Yes, sir.
Praise his holy name. So, come on down in the scripture there, at verse 3, it says, Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, which means truly, truly I say unto you, except a man be born again. Don't skip that word again. Except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God.
Yes, sir.
Now, he doesn't mean literally see with the eye. He means literally feel with the heart.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Spiritually.
Talk to me, somebody.
Yes, sir.
He's talking about you will be able to feel what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
You can't see it with the naked eye.
All right.
You can't see the spirit. You only can feel the
Feel the
spirit.
spirit. That's right.
So what he's saying here? He said, you will be able to understand. Yeah. Except God be with you. Notice now how far Nicodemus was off. You'd be surprised what distance some folk are because of who they are and what they are doing in life.
All right.
He's a judge. Yeah. She's a school teacher. He's a doctor.
Yes, sir.
Huh? He sits on the Supreme Court. You'd be surprised how silly they are about some things.
All right.
Huh?
All right.
Just because he sits on the Supreme Court, he ain't God.
No, sir. No, sir.
And there's a whole lot he or she don't know.
Yes, sir.
He know about what he's done there.
That's right.
But there's something right around the corner he knows nothing about.
Nothing about.
All right.
Yes, sir.
But you can find a man walking, he ain't got on those shoes, he can tell you all about it.
All about it, man. Yes, sir.
No man knows everything.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
No.
But it's good when he know what he should know.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Praise His holy name. So. Now, Jesus here gonna break it down and show him the difference in being born and being born again. Now, the first birth, long time ago. Young Bud was a long time ago. I've been here 45 years.
Okay.
And I was grown when I came here.
Lord have mercy.
Long time ago. 74 years ago. When I was born, two people had a whole lot to do with it. Bertha May Hills Ross and Roscoe Ross, right?
Yes, sir.
One had the seed. Roscoe did.
Yes, sir.
Bertha May, she aborted the incubator.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
All right.
And 9 months later, I showed up. Y'all get that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My. But see, the second breath, it ain't but two folks working with it. Well, ain't but one really. That's God Himself.
Yes, sir.
And me because of being born. Spiritually, that is. So it don't take all that. You got me now?
Yes, sir. New
See?
birth.
Now, what's the difference in the two breaths? Well, the first breath, we had to deal with space and time. Huh? If you were born shorter than 9 months, it just might be premature. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Come on, ladies, and help me out. I ain't had no baby. Y'all know.
Lord have mercy.
My.
Amen.
Or then it takes space and time. See? But and another thing in this first break, you got space and time, you got to be born, then you got a space in there. And nobody knows how long that's going to be but God, that you will what? Die.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Then after death, you die, death set in, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, catch the second break. The second break, there is no time or space. See, when God does anything, He don't need time nor space.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Huh?
It's God. Oh, baby.
You know when He turned water to wine, He just spoke a word,
Yes, sir.
All right.
and it became wine.
Spoken
Huh?
word. Didn't have to wait.
I know a lot of people used to make wine, but there's a process
Yes, sir.
that they had to go through with.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Huh? He got to take time to find certain things.
Yes, sir.
Raisins,
Yes, sir.
corn,
Fermented. Yes, sir.
syrup. Huh? Put it in, let it sit and turn again.
Fermented.
It began to start fermenting itself.
Yes, sir.
Once you see that seed start moving and ain't nobody done it,
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
huh? After a while, you take a drink of that, you'll get happy.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Talk to me if you will.
All right.
See? So when the Lord has done something, He don't need all that.
No, sir.
Huh?
Speak the word.
And then catch this. In the first step, what's gonna happen? We gonna die. I don't see nobody in here. I wish I could tell you different, but I don't see nobody in here that I can tell you, boy, you a girl, you ain't gonna never die. No, you gonna leave here. And guess what else? The old preacher gonna leave here too.
Yes, sir.
Right.
It is appointed unto man. Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
That he must.
But here's the thing. In the second breath,
Uh-huh.
there is no death.
No death.
Once you're born,
Yes, sir.
you're born to live eternally.
Trinity.
God Almighty. Huh? Isn't that good?
Yes, sir.
No death. You are eternity alive forevermore.
Forever.
You know, some people hear this preach, read this, but don't never accept it. And then there is nothing nobody can do against you once you get eternal life. Isn't that right?
Right.
Praise his holy name. But he couldn't see the difference in the two. Now, notice what Nicodemus said. Jesus said to him, "Verily, verily, I say to you, except a man be born of water." Now, here's the thing. God expressed, he did what? He opened up and showed them what? Both births.
Yes, sir.
First, you must be born of the water. Why did he say that? Why did he say that? I know you ladies know. I ain't gonna ask these men because I don't want them to be ashamed.
Sir.
Guess what? Born of the water. Show me a person that was born before the water broke.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you will. Huh? The water first must break, then comes the person.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So he says, you got to be born of the water. That's the earthly way. And born of the spirit. That is the spiritual way.
Yes, sir.
Huh? But you ain't got to wait till no certain time that the water breaks spiritually. You don't know when it happened.
That's right.
All you know, I'm born again.
Born again.
Huh? When, how, well, you don't know. You might know the how, you know Jesus did it, but all the rest you don't know.
Sir.
All right.
Spiritual birth. Yes, sir.
He's explaining it to Nicodemus. But catch this down. Nicodemus still ain't quite got it. So he says to him, the wind bloweth where it lists, and thou heareth the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born again. Huh? You don't know where it came from. You don't know where it went, like the wind. All I know, I'm here. When you're born again, you know it. Now hear what I'm trying to say. You know it because when it happened and you get yourself together, then you know, oh, I got Jesus. I've been born and I'm born again. But what I'm trying to say is, he ain't like the natural birth. See, once the midwife or the nurse or whoever gets through and spank you, huh? Then you alive. Why she do that? You already did it, but she just ignited.
Yes, sir.
Huh? But see, when you're born again, they ain't got to do that.
No, sir.
Nicodemus couldn't understand this. And he said to Jesus, he says, Nicodemus answered and said, how can these things be? How can these things be? Huh? Now, I see why he slipped away and went to Jesus by night. Simply because he didn't want folk to see what he didn't know.
All right.
That's right.
Huh? Jesus answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel? You mean to tell me you sit on the Supreme Court and you helping sinners and send people to death or whatever because of what they have done? And you don't understand these things? He says, verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we what have seen, and you receive not our witness. I told you,
Yes, sir.
but you still ain't quite got it. Huh? Y'all hear me?
All right.
Yes, sir.
My. Praise his holy name. Now here's it. See, he couldn't pick it up because the Lord teaches us different kind of way. Notice what he says, what Jesus says here in 13. He says, and no man has ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from above, even the Son of Man which is in heaven. Nobody but me. I'm the only man that came down. Nobody else. Y'all get it?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Praise his holy name. He's all right, I tell you. Then he went on to show me an example of how Moses lifted up the rod in the wilderness. Huh? And if you got the faith to look over this and believe in it, then you can be saved. If you believe that Jesus, we say in the song, is lifted up
Yes, sir.
and believe in him, you can be saved.
Yes, sir.
But the first of the message is today, ye must
Must.
be born again. It didn't say you ought to be born. It didn't say you should be born. He says you must be born again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, there are some things you got, and you didn't go through the whole process. There are some things you got, and just like even Morehouse, they got a thing what you call, you can go in and come through the back door.
Back door. Yes,
Now, if you don't already have a degree, a 4-year degree, you can come in, but not go in the kingdom. You got to come in the right way.
Yes, sir.
Do y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
So Nicodemus couldn't pick that up. You must be born again. You ain't gonna get into heaven. See, down here, you can ease your way into some things because of who you are.
Yes, sir.
But God looked at all of us the same. It doesn't matter what we got, who we know, where we been, where we going, where we came from.
Yes.
It don't make no difference.
Yes, sir.
You the same.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you get to heaven, you got to be born again. You got to have the Spirit of God in you.
Yes, sir. Got to.
Huh? The difference is not what you can see, but what you can feel in your heart.
Yes, sir.
Huh? And see, a lot of times when people call themselves being born again, they come running back talking about what they saw. Huh? Oh, y'all done heard.
I hear you.
Well, I saw a black horse, had long wings. He came running towards me. It ain't about that. It's what you feel in your heart.
Thank you.
All right.
It's on the inside.
Huh?
All right.
It's in the inside. Jesus only deals with the inside.
Yes, sir.
Huh? He don't teach nothing that will help us on the outside.
Thank you.
He showed you what to do to help yourself on the outside.
Yes,
But
sir.
all this teaching is spiritual teaching.
From the inside.
Because all this else stuff will be what? Will be left down here and go burn.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's right here.
You got to be born again
Born again. New birth. Yes, sir.
if you want to see Jesus.
Got to.
And if you're born again, then there are certain characteristics about you that people can tell you've been born again. Used to be a time that if you said any little thing to him or her, they'll get all out of whack.
All right.
But if you're born again, you know how to decipher that and act just like you didn't hear it.
Yes, sir.
You don't let people push you off if you've been born again. You know how to hold your peace.
Yes, sir. In the time of
Huh?
All right.
You see somebody talking about they born again and see, let me show you something. Putting on a suit or putting on a white dress.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Driving whatever you driving. Living wherever you living. Going to school, become educated in whatever you're educated in. That doesn't make you be born again.
No, sir.
You can have nothing at all and still be born again.
Born
All
again.
right.
Yes, sir.
People get the wrong idea. Huh? They think it's in a sound.
Yes, sir.
How you can moan sometimes. Oh, it's good to moan.
Yes, sir.
Every now and then, I like to moan myself.
Yes,
But
sir.
that don't make you be born again.
All right.
Am I right about it?
Yes, sir.
You got to be wrapped up.
Yes, sir.
You got to be tied up. In the Lord, I tell you. Born of the Spirit.
Yes, sir.
Am I right about it? I'm talking about born of the Lord. You got to have him way down.
Yes,
As
sir.
a preacher like to say, way down in my little sanctified soul.
Yes,
Stand on the wall and tell a dying world that I know him. I know him for myself.
sir. Yes, sir.
He died on Calvary. He shed his blood on Calvary. Do you know him?
Yes,
Do you really know him? Ain't he all right? Born of the Spirit. Good God, the mighty from Zion. Stay there. still, you got to be born again. Born again. Born of the Spirit. Praise His holy name. Good God, the mighty from Zion. If you had to be born of the flesh, they wouldn't have a heaven big enough to put us in.
All right.
Because when you get 2 or 3 Negroes together, they don't fill up the heaven.
Yes, sir.
But we're talking about a spirit.
Spirit.
Don't ever take no space.
Yes, sir.
Good God,
Yes, sir.
All right.
you got to be born again. Born again.
Yes.
Born again. Born again.
Eternal life.
In the Lord. Spiritual birth. Good God Almighty.
Yes, sir.
Praise His holy name.
Born again.
That's what Nicodemus was missing. He wasn't crazy. He wasn't dumb.
Yes, sir.
He just wasn't spiritually awake.
All right.
That's right.
And he couldn't understand what born again is. And guess what? Another thing I missed, he wanted to ask Jesus, can a man enter into his mother's womb after he has got old? Oh, come on, man. Huh? She caught it up here when you was born in the first time. When you talking about born big as you is? Huh? Help me out, somebody. Praise His holy name.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We are thankful and blessed. And we're going to extend an invitation. There could be somebody here who today wants to be born again. Born of the Spirit. And what the difference is? Not seen with the eye.
Yes, sir.
But not seen with the eye, but what? Feeling with the heart. When you can feel it in your heart. Huh? And they say, a little something, you can't describe what it is, but you know it's there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like fire.
It's what's with it. Let me show you what that thing does. It's kind of like when you're a blind man in a race, and then if the wheel get over the line, he out. But this particular blind man, every time he get close to the right, that spirit, since he's born again, will pull him to the right, to the left. Every time he get close to the left, it will pull him to the right. That's what born again does for you. When the devil tells you to do something you should do, snatch it back. Huh? But if you ain't born again, you're going to walk right on in it.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Huh?
All right.
And then you got all started up and all tangled up and all messed up. But if you've been born again and listen to your conscience,
Yes, sir.
you won't ever get into that.
Yes, sir.
See, that's a good while. You need to be born again.
See this.
You can't get there except you, what? Born again. Born of the Spirit. Could be somebody here, understand? Could be somebody here that's now ready to take on the new birth. If there's any person among us and want to take on the new birth, we're going to give you the opportunity while we sing. If you can feel the Lord moving on your heart, now's your time to come and give the Lord your life. You ought to come to Jesus. Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus. Just now. Just now. Oh, come to Jesus. Yeah. Come to Jesus. Yeah. Just now. 'Cause He will save you. Whoa. He will save you. He will save you. Just now. Just now. Oh, He will save you. Yeah. He will save you. Oh, just now. Let us just sing, man.
Amen.
Hope you got a thoughtful message.
Yes, sir.
Very simple message that we hear all the time. But it's a whole lot of understanding. And it don't give Nicodemus enough credence. He went to see him by night. He did way more than that.
Yes, sir.
Way more than that. He is involved in the taking down and the burying and
Yes,
all
it
this kind of
was.
thing, representing Jesus on. But see, all you hear in the church is, went to see him by night.
By night.
Yeah. Read the scriptures.
Yes, sir.
Read the scriptures. And if you read the scriptures, then you will see these things in the know.
That's right.
And then when you see them, and if you really want to know, you're going to start digging to find out more about it.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. Thank you for being here. Anyone got a word you want to say? Anyone? We in church. You know, you got a word you want to say? Come on with it, baby.
It's good. I mean, very good. You back in the house.
All right.
One more time.
Come on, come on.